Welcome to Dodger Fan Weekly. I'm Adele.
And I'm Anadel.
And we love the Dodgers.
Especially because they're in the World Series.
That's right.
Here we
And
are.
What a World Series it's been. How is everybody doing, Dodger family?
More home runs than we ever imagined. They said more home runs than any World Series.
In history.
Yes.
But that's been the whole season, a lot of home runs. But it's kind of buttressed this all around. It's been painful because those exciting games, we've been on the short end of them. No matter how many runs we've scored, we haven't been able to win those two big games last night, the biggest scoring game.
Right. So it's kind of exhausting to
Yeah.
wake up after such a long game.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, we lost it.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, we still have 2 games to play.
At home.
We lost our lead, but we came back.
That's
And then
right.
we lost the lead and came back again. So we are moving forward. So we got an email this morning from KNBC TV.
Right, one of the producers said they're going to come and talk to Dodger Fan Weekly about the upcoming game and the rest of the World Series.
So little old Dodger Fan Weekly is
Yep.
going to be with Kim Baldonado.
Right.
She's going to ask us some stuff. We don't know what it is.
And we'll talk about
We'll
the
ask
Dodgers.
her some stuff, but we're very excited.
We are.
And welcome Kim Baldonado.
Why do you think it's important to have a female fan perspective out there?
Well, I think it's important because we have as much passion as men do. And the passion from a woman is a lot, it's a lot more maternal or sisterly, than it is competitive so
Right.
much. We really have such a care for our team and the players. This is really the first team that felt like it had chemistry, like you can feel it's palpable in the stadium even when you go to the games.
And oddly enough, it's in an era with sabermetrics and analytics. And the truth is, there are a lot of women that are great sports fans
Yes.
and know baseball really, really well. And I think sometimes they can feel a little alienated, when guys start talking about it.
Yeah.
And you don't have to know every single stat
Right.
to know a lot about baseball and to follow a team.
Yeah.
We're Dodgers fans,
Yeah.
so we know as much as we can, and we know a lot, and you probably do too. I think a lot of women do.
How long do you think you'll keep doing the show?
Well, we know we'll go next year.
Talk about last night's game. What was that like for you two? Where were you watching it?
We were here
Together.
we were together. We tried to be together as much as possible with
Yes.
these games. We felt every human emotion like everybody did. We really expected to win though, because we have an expectation of Kershaw.
Right.
We have an expectation of all of our bats, and
We haven't seen an offense like Houston's all season. I think that's the biggest. That's what everyone's forgetting is that they were the best offense in baseball.
and then the wacky strike zone that people started
Yeah.
focusing on,
Right.
which really took the attention away from
Right.
the game at hand. There were a lot of runs, so the
Yeah.
strike zone couldn't have been that bad.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. If you could have a dream guest on your show, do you have guests on your show?
We
Is it
do.
occasionally?
Mostly it's other Dodger
Fans,
fans
right.
that are reporters like Howard Cole or Chris Erskine was on our show.
Oh, nice.
Right? Yeah.
I love his writing. So
Yeah,
who
I
would
do.
be, like, in a dream world, who would be your dream guest? Each of you.
Well, Vin Scully, of course.
Yeah, that would be
Of
ultimate.
course.
We did get to interview DJ
We did,
Severe
And Dieter Rule, who
who
did a whole
music.
show about them. So
But Andre Ethier would always be good to have on the show.
right, he is the
The traditional hottie.
yes
Yeah.
he is, and been on the
That's
team longer than anybody.
The jersey I have.
There you go.
Of course.
There you go. It would be hard to say.
Yeah.
We do. We love the team. So, what is your favorite Dodger memory? Since you're a Dodger
Oh
fan?
my goodness, I have so many. Like both of you, I grew up a Dodger fan. My dad would take my sisters and I to games when we were little, and we'd sit, in the bleachers in the outfield because my parents didn't have a lot of money. And I remember my mom would make burritos at home, wrap them in foil, and put them at the bottom of her purse to take them into the stadium. So
And you didn't have to go through security then.
Yeah, exactly. It was so different. Yeah, back then. Yeah. just being with family and just the atmosphere, you know, and it's still the same. And people think sometimes that baseball is boring, but I just love sitting in Dodger Stadium, looking out at the San Gabriel Mountains and the palm trees and people
It's
watching.
the most beautiful place.
It
It's blue
is.
heaven.
It is
you
blue
know,
heaven.
like Kate said.
Yeah.
And are your sisters also big
Yes.
Dodgers fans?
Oh yes. Oh yes. My sister and I have been buying playoff and World Series T-shirts for each other whenever we see a new one. My favorite one says, "I want to party like it's 1988."
Oh,
I want
that's
that
a good
shirt.
one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
it
good
is a
one.
good one.
So, are you a person that is superstitious? If you wear something to the game and they
No.
lose, you
Not-
stop wearing it?
Not at all, because I don't want to put that much power into something. I'd rather put my belief into the team
That
and
is so
just let
smart.
them do their thing.
That is very
It can be
smart.
hard enough to be a fan when
Right.
you put the responsibility on yourself.
Yes, exactly. I don't want that
Even tougher.
responsibility.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Thank you so much for
thank
coming.
you, ladies. This
Loved
was
it.
fun.
And
This
go
was
Dodgers.
so
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice meeting both of you. I'm gonna have to watch your show now. It's on YouTube, right?
It's on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Okay.